Hey everyone, welcome to week 1 of our spring cleaning. Okay, so here's what I have on the agenda for this week, okay? You get to choose whenever you want to do this. If you want to do it throughout the week, no problem. Grab an EnviroCloth, your window cloth. I'll show you what you're going to need and just get it done, okay? If you choose to do this in the weekend and that feels much lighter for you, and it's just a good time to do it for you, then do it on the weekend, okay? I'm just gonna show you what we're gonna tackle for this first week. Okay, first of all, we're gonna start with our entryway, okay? So week 1 is going to really focus on the entryways. It's not spring cleaning, it's not just about, what I like to say, spring cleaning is not just about, doing more and like it's going to take so much effort. It's just going to be about protecting your entryway, okay? So that's what we're going to focus on. All right, so we're going to be wiping door handles. I'll show you how to do that, and handles and switches and things like that. We're going to be wiping some glass doors. I'm starting in the garage because that is my entryway. But then, I'll walk over to the other entryway, which is the front door. So those are the two. Just think about what your entryways are, like where do your people come in first, okay? Walking into the house, okay? So anything that's glass, we'll tackle that. We're gonna shake and sweep like the entry mats and things like that. I'll show you how to do that. We're gonna do just a quick little mop pass. And then we're gonna just like freshen up anything that's upholstery. And then we are going to just show you, I'm just going to close with, a simplified way of thinking this whole spring cleaning and how to approach it, okay? All right, so I'm going to get out my EnviroCloth. It's already wet. Notice that it's not dripping wet. It is just damp, okay? And then I'm going to take out my window cloth. I got a little, this one is dry. All right, so let's take a look over here and let's see what we got. All right, so this is my entryway, right? You can see I need a little spring cleaning going on here. I am going to get rid of our, this finally, okay? It's kind of died, so that's just gonna be a reminder for me to, oh my goodness, this is such a beautiful day, y'all. Okay. All right, so we're gonna take our little EnviroCloth, we're gonna fold it in half again, okay, and it's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but you can see I have a lot of stuff going on here, and we're just gonna do a little cleaning. All right, so anything that's glass, if this means your little first door, that's what we're going to do first, okay? Then we're going to take our dry window cloth and we're going to polish it all up. Not much effort there, okay? And then we're going to do the exact same thing for the inside. All right, so let's do that first, and then I'll show you what to do next. All right, so now I'm going to focus on the right here, the inside. All right. Again, I'm going to wipe it up with the EnviroCloth first, and then I'll come back and polish it up with the dry window cloth, okay? Super simple, easy peasy. Okay, now I'm going to do the same with the inside of the house. That's my other entryway, but while I'm here, I'm going to show you these. What you're going to do is you're going to do your anything that is handles. You're going to do anything that's light switches and things like that. Same cloth, EnviroCloth. Okay, so we're going to do the lights here and anything that's handles. Again, all we're focusing is the entryway. So if you have an entryway coming in through the front door, you'll focus there. If you have an entryway coming in through the garage, you'll focus there too, okay? So just entryways. Maybe you have one coming in through the back of the house. That's all you're doing. So we started out with the windows, anything glass, and then we're going to do handles, and then also light switches. Okay, if you're probably like, oh my goodness, what's the deal with the whole EnviroCloth? If you're new to this EnviroCloth, by the way, it is microfiber. It's got silver embedded antibacterial agent within the fibers. Okay, so that means it's going to self-purify the cloth itself once it's come into contact with bacteria. But if you're just like, ooh, just water, I don't know, I need a little bit more, that's okay. We all start somewhere, but one thing that you can also implement so that you're not using the harsh cleaners is implement enzymes. Enzymes are like little Pac-Man. They work little bit by little bit, right? They actually work even after you have wiped. So that's the beauty about it. So something that you can get into your little home and adapt to is, if you don't just want to do the EnviroCloth and water, okay, which you can. I'm telling you, I'm using it for 12 years, even through COVID, is you can grab this little multi-purpose everyday cleaner. It's an enzyme. Again, you're just gonna read the instructions, but basically it's like a little cap full of this, and just put it into a 16-ounce spray bottle and shake it. And you can even label it multi-purpose cleaner, okay? You can use it anywhere. Your granite, you can use it for your handles, you know, for the entryway. Like, so instead of, for example, instead of me just wiping with the EnviroCloth, you can do a little spray, right, on it, and then do a little wipe, okay? So the enzymes are gonna work even after you have finished wiping, okay? So that's the beauty about the enzymes. And see, you know, you can even get out here and start doing, like, believe me, once you start spring cleaning and you start doing the entryways, anything that you have marks, you're going to want to just start doing that too. It just makes it so much easier, right? So while I'm here and I have my enzymes working for me, I might just want to wipe my doors while I'm at it, right? Anything entryway, that's all we're focusing on week 1. Again, you can do it all at the same time. You can knock it out on the weekend, on the weekday, or just a little bit at a time throughout your week. You do you decide when you want to do it. I'm just going to help, like, encourage you to do it and knock it out while I'm doing it too, okay? All right, so that is your handles, door handles. That's your, I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy with all this moving around. But you know, the spring cleaning is quite active. So you get to do it with me. All right, let me make sure that I've got this going on here and that I'm not gonna be moving you so much. Okay, all right, so that's your door handles, entries. We've done our glass. The next thing we wanna do is our mats. Okay, so if you have any sort of mats, entry mats, rugs, anything of the sort, you know, you can do, so you have these, for example, okay? What you're gonna do is just take it and just shake it outside. Anything that's loose, you'll get rid of it there, okay? So I have 2 of these. And what you can do with the rest of it, okay, that might just be all you have to do. But I have 2, all right? I have 2 options for you of what you can do. You can use this little rubber brush as well. And I have 2 again. So you can use this little rubber brush and, you know, basically just to brush off the debris, okay, however you want to do it. So you can do this if you want. You can also use this in your rugs, by the way, inside, anything that you don't want to like haul your vacuum cleaner for just to get it done. So there's this method. Some of you probably already have, let me show you. Some of you probably already have this little rubber brush. So if you have the rubber brush, you can also use a rubber brush, okay? that might be a little easier. But if you don't want to like bend down, then, you know, use the rubber. Okay, so this is something that I do on a weekly basis if I get to, when the boys are home and it's just not a busy season. If it's a busy season, I do this like once a month, okay? So it's not like you have to just do it during spring cleaning, right? Because these methods actually work for quick and simple, like making it quick and simple, right? That's what I love about this. So this doesn't have, you could do this once a quarter, however, right? But it's just a simple way. Now you can throw this into the washing machine, but I'm just saying, so you don't have to do that all the time, right? This just makes it super simple. All right, so then you have this. Some of you have this rubber brush. If you have only the rubber brush, all you just need is a simple little, you know, what do you call this, dustpan? So, you know, you can do that. Some of you have gotten the new, I know some of you have gotten the new brush with the pan that already comes, and some of you love this. I've loved this. I've come to love it. I just keep it at different places in my home, so I have it handy. But with the Mop System, it just connects to it already, right? It's made for the Norwegian Mop System. So this comes out first, and then you pull on this part. I like to keep this for inside of my house, so I don't mind using this inside the house, for example, but I do like to keep the other one outside here in the garage so I can do like the dirty things. So, all right, so there you go. That's an option. So that's the next thing we're gonna do, all right? Now, I'm gonna show you what I do after the fact, okay? So now we're just gonna focus on the flooring that's right in your entryway, right? So we did your light switches, your door knobs, maybe some of the door. Like I'm gonna actually do these handles too, and this door, right? You can just use the EnviroCloth damp and water, and then, you know, polish it with your window cloth for your glass, or for like, if you're not bought into the idea of just water in the microfiber cloth, even though it has a silver antibacterial agent, that's the cool part about it. It's not just any other microfiber. If you're not bought into that yet and you're just like, oh, I'd like some kind of cleaner, use the enzyme-based cleaner, right? They will work for you even after you have done the little dirty work, right? So it just works smarter and not harder, okay? All right, so then we're gonna tackle the floors and anything that's entryway. So what I love is the Mop System, okay? So here we go. I'm gonna show you how I kind of do this. I'm gonna start over here, and the way this works is this is the mop pad that it does not come with the Mop System. I just want to let you know. This is just an additional attachment that I have just so that I can use it on my outside, you know, outside the home area. So like the garage floors, I'll use it on my back deck, on my front porch. I just have this chenille one. I can use it dry and I can use it wet. When it's dry, which I would typically do first, I just kind of wanted to show you how I do this. When it's dry, I'll do a little quick dusting of my garage floors, right? Everybody's coming in here, you're bringing in a bunch of stuff. I like the little entry mat because it helps keep everything that we're pulling in from our shoes and stuff. Once you wipe your shoes, it's nice, right? It stays in the entry mat. That's why we're having to clean it up all the time. And we do leave our shoes outside. We don't, like outside the house. We don't, not like outside here, out here, right? We don't walk inside the garage or inside the house with shoes. That's another way to keep your, you know, all that junk. Less minimal effort for cleaning your floors. It's all the things, right? But you still have pets. You want to do your floors and things like that. But in the meantime, the garage, I like to dust my floors really quick with this. And then I'll wet it. I'll do the same thing. I'll wet it, and then I will mop the floor. So because I already have this wet, I'm kind of killing I'm killing two birds with one stone, which sounds horrible, by the way. I don't want to kill no birds. But the saying, I need to come up with something else. You get the idea, right? So if I just want to wet it, I can just use like a figure 8, just so that I can mop and dust at the same time. So basically, I'm dusting and I'm mopping at the same time. And as long as the floors are not like completely drenched with water, like if it's a rainy day or something like that, then I'm good to go. But let me just move this over a little bit more so that you can see what I'm doing here, okay? And I'll just I can do this. So I like to clean this garage because it's our entryway once a week. But again, you don't have to do it once a week. You don't even have to wait till your spring cleaning time. You can do this once a month if you want to. You figure out what works for you, but the method, the systems, the tools that we use can make it so much easier, so much better, okay? So then I have this stuff, right? And I'm just going to rinse this off and throw the debris into the trash can, really. And then I'll rinse it off. Pretty simple. And then whatever is left, I'll use this just to pick it up. And then that's it. So that's all we're focusing on. Again, you're going to tackle any entryway that you have in your home, whether it is the front door, the back door, anything that you have as far as entryway. Okay? When you're done, you're definitely going to want to rinse it off. You're definitely going to want to rinse off your EnviroCloth as well. And then you're just going to hang it up. So let me just show you how to do this really quick. And then that'll be it for week 1. So I don't have like a little holder here. Okay, so let me do it like this. I don't know if you can see this, but this is our garage. So yeah, so I'm just going to turn this on and just make sure that you rinse off your pads really well. And see, you have this, you'll hang it up to dry. Same with the mop pad, okay? I just want to remind you, when you're using your Norwex to clean, because it is fibers, okay, I just want to remind you with this, okay? So we are mechanically cleaning with the microfiber, which means that you're grabbing everything kind of like a vacuum cleaner with this EnviroCloth, right? So when you go to rinse it off, remember power wash? If you've been to a party, I would have taught you how to do this. So if you have not yet, listen carefully, okay? After using your cloths, you're gonna press, agitate, rinse. So I used warm water. It swells up the fibers. It helps release all that gunk that's been, that's been holding on to. And it sticks to the fibers, right? So you want to help it release. So that's why we're going to press and agitate. So don't go like this, rinsing off your cloth, okay? You're just not going to be very effective. And if you end up having a smell or an odor on your cloth, you'll know why, okay? All right, so just press, agitate, rinse. That's the acronym PAR, P-A-R, wash. That's how we wash. We use that acronym PAR, P-A-R. Press, agitate, rinse. 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 Flip it over. Press, agitate, rinse. Press, agitate, rinse. We're going to wring it out really well, and then you hang it out to dry. All right, that's week 1.